welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be discussing I Didn't Mean to Fall in Love by Suzumaru Minta. Now before we get started, there will be spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled on this manga, go ahead and click off now. No worries, I'll catch you next time. Now for those of you left behind, let's go over some content warnings. There may be references to manipulation and dubious consent as it does appear in this manga. Now if all that's good with you, let's go ahead and get started. Now as always, let's start out with a quick synopsis. Yoshino is nearing his 30s and has never been kissed, much less had sex. He's not totally innocent though, as he has been playing solo for a long time now. But it's just not enough anymore, and with Christmas on the horizon, he's desperate to experience the real thing at least once before he reaches his lonely 30s. So, after listening in on a conversation between his coworkers, he discovers a gay bar and makes his way over after work on Christmas night, which also happens to be his birthday. While there, he finds himself pretty popular among all the regulars. This bar is unique though, with two separate sections. One for platonic drinking and fun. In the back though, is a place for anyone looking for hookups. Before Yoshino can even make his way back there, a silver-haired young man named Ro jumps up to join him. Ro is charming and relaxed and gives Yoshino all the feelings. It isn't long before they head upstairs for a steamy night together. With the deed done, Yoshino assumes that would be the first and last time he'd ever have with Ro. Even as he's accepted this though, he can't help but be drawn back again and again for the warm college kid he shared his first time with. So is this what love is, or is it simply lust? So this is actually the second review I've done for Suzumaru Minta. I've already reviewed Golden Sparkle, and just like in that review, the art is impeccable. In this particular manga, the side profile of Yoshino isn't all that great, but I think there are only 2 or 3 panels where that even matters. I love the style so much. It's very clean and consistent, and as soon as I heard Sublime was printing a physical edition, I pre-ordered it immediately. It's like owning works of art, truly. Some of the panels are pretty enough to be framed, and as a self-professed degenerate, I would happily hang any of them on my walls. I don't know what that says about me, but here we are. Now, as with most single volume works, it's rather superficial story-wise. As per usual, it's a whirlwind romance predicated seemingly by sex. Until you find out that Ro has been keeping an eye on Yoshino long before the beginning of the story. There's some amazingly subtle foreshadowing with Ro actually appearing in the corner of a panel at the very beginning on the same train as Yoshino. I unfortunately can't claim that I noticed it. I didn't realize it was a thing until I read the author's note at the end where it was mentioned. That was very clever, and I never would have thought of it. However, even if you don't notice that foreshadowing, there's a section where Ro admits that he noticed Yoshino before he met him at the bar. Further foreshadowing is revealed at this point because Yoshino is shown helping an older man on the train and helping a lost child find their parent at the very beginning, and a few times throughout the story. Ro saw Yoshino assisting people and was attracted to him immediately because of that. Then when Yoshino shows up at the bar, Ro takes the opportunity to finally get close to him when he couldn't do so on the train. It also turns out that Ro ended up helping the older man when Yoshino couldn't make it to the train at the same time as he usually would. These reveals and subtle moments build character and tie this short story into a nice little bow. It's very satisfying in that respect. With that being said, I do need to note something that did bother me. The crux of the tension in the story is that Ro likes to play a particular game when luring lovers and partners. It's clear he has never really been in love with anyone either, which is a nice touch to help level the playing field for Yoshino, who has zero experience at all. However, how he plays the game of push and pull, giving then withholding love, didn't make much sense to me. It seemed like he was very affectionate and lovey-dovey the entire time. He just refrained from being intimate. I would have expected something more than that, such as ignoring him altogether, but that wasn't the case. Don't get me wrong, I was glad to see that he wasn't a complete ass, but it seemed like that was supposed to be the case. It just didn't come through very well. With all that being said, admittedly, I'm incredibly biased at this point towards Suzumaru Minta's work. It's beautiful and concise. It doesn't get much better than this. Just as a side recommendation, if you like Suzumaru Minta, I would also recommend that you try Shiki, specifically Pink Heart Jam. I think you'll like that if you enjoy this. So, have you read I Didn't Mean to Fall in Love? If so, what do you think? Do you agree with my assessment? Do you not? Let me know and comment below. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time. Bye!